Let me teach you the difference between the coolest person in the room and the social weirdo. Because truthfully, you might just be doing some things right now that make other people lose respect for you and you don't even realize that. We need to take those bad social habits and turn them into good social habits that will earn you the respect of others. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what it takes to take step into the cool persons club, because truthfully, there is nothing stopping you from doing that right now. This is not a manipulative tips and tricks video. This is a video packed with information that's meant to shift your mindset. In order to understand the cool persons, we must first focus on their opposite, on the social losers, the social weirdos. These are people that have such great expectations of their social interactions, but they believe they are losers deep down. Their inner monologue is criticizing them all the time, and everything they do, every single sentence and behavior they have is crafted to get validation, to get appreciation, because maybe something will change deep down as well. Now, that's not only never gonna work, but it's just making everything worse, because these people, they oftentimes have plans, right? They have a certain assets, they know work, they know a few jokes, they know a few one-liners they can employ here and there, and they kind of get through their social lives pretty well. Now, if these things are threatened, if they are unable to control and direct the conversation in a place where they can employ these tactics, they are scared, they feel vulnerable, they feel naked, they lose control over themselves and get triggered. And everyone around them notices that, because the energetic field of the conversation, of the interaction, is polluted. Now, if that sounds familiar, I cannot blame you, because I've been there myself for such a long time. I used to act so much, I used to put in so much effort, I used to have such high expectations. And people felt it. It wasn't a very good experience, as you can imagine. But now I'm chill. I see no point in scamming people into buying into me, into believing I'm something more than I actually am. I'm chill, I have no expectations, and my goal is to feel good myself right now. Not to be perceived as great, not to get appreciation and validation, but to feel good myself. And coincidentally, social moods are contagious. So me prioritizing my own good feeling and, great vibes is translating to other people as well, and everyone feels good as well as a byproduct. So they like being around me more than before. It's a win-win, you see? Now, I'm gonna tell you a bit more about my story now. When I was younger, I was acting in every single social situation. There was no being chill. I was quite the opposite of what I am now, I could say. Family talks, every word was crafted to perfection. Encounters with close friends, every behavior was carefully put out there. Even the smallest wrinkle made a huge difference in my outfits. I put so much attention into all of these details. And around strangers, oh my god, I should have won the Oscars, really. I acted for over a decade of my life, probably, and oh my god, I'm so glad I'm not doing that anymore, because truthfully, I wasn't living my life. I was just an actor in my life, performing. I was doing a performance all the time. I had so much tension. I didn't like that. And I'm so glad to say that now I barely feel tension. I can't even remember the last time I felt so tense in social situations. They are just chill, and they are 100 times better. But sadly, most people will keep acting forever. Some people make it out, but most of the people you can think of, they will keep being actors forever. They will just pass away without having lived their own lives, but just acted the performance, the character that gets validation, that gets appreciated. It's very sad, but unfortunately, this is the truth. Now, what happened to me during my acting? Did I get validation? Not necessarily. I got through it, right? This was a defense mechanism that got me through, but I gained zero respect. I had weird relationships and awkward interactions all the time. I had so much tension, And thinking back about this, I conclude that the most important thing for us in our social lives, the thing that's gonna make you the coolest person in the room, and the thing especially that's gonna make you the least cool person in the room, is tension. Tension is our greatest enemy in this pursuit, in our social lives in general, because tension creates this weird energy that just repels people off. Tension is overthinking, overanalyzing, computing, trying too hard, being too needy. Now, what's the opposite of tension? It's relaxation, being carefree, going with the flow, not thinking, literally disengaging your brain and saying whatever your mind thinks of. Being carefree, being raw, being more authentic. That's exactly what you need, and that's what the cool people have. They own themselves. They have the courage to own themselves. They have the courage to be in whatever situation is there and be okay with it, not be triggered. They don't have expectations. They don't have a reputation they care about. No, they are just raw. They just exist. And that makes them the coolest. Now, a thing most people are afraid of is like, okay, like let's say I'm gonna be carefree, but what if the carefree version of me is more reserved? Or like, what if the carefree me is a version that's just breaking the rules of confidence I saw online? Well, guess what? When you are carefree and focused outwards, you can break whatever rules you saw, whatever social rules you know. You can still break them and still be cool. And I know you know it already. I know you've seen it in your friends, in people around you. I'm sure you have a very charismatic friend that acts pretty weirdly. Like if you were to act like that, you would find it so weird, right? You would be so vulnerable and people would probably judge you. But when that person is doing it, they are cool. Well, how can that happen? A quote I really want to stick with you is that whatever you do is only cringe if you think it's cringe. It's only cringe if you think it's cringe. And that's the power of being grounded in who you are. That's the power of being carefree, of having no expectations. Nothing can move you. You own yourself. That's the true, authentic version of you. I'm not just trying to make you understand that you need to copy the cool guys and fake it till you make it. I'm trying to make you understand that this is who you authentically are deep down already. So stop running away from that. And understand that the goal of our social lives, the goal, like the thing that's gonna make other people respect you so much, and the thing that's gonna make you the coolest person in the room, is not to be liked by others. That's just a byproduct of it. The goal is for you to like yourself, for you to respect yourself so much that you are unmovable. Your self-esteem is through the roof. And for this, you need to be more arrogant. You need to be more cocky. You need to realize that you are the most important person in your life and act that way. Because currently you are just so, your attention is turned inwards and you are just overanalyzing everything all the time. You're probably crafting your behavior and your speech just like I used to do for such a long period of time. If I were to act like that right now, I wouldn't be able to speak in front of the camera. You wouldn't have watched so far inside this video. I would have like -1 views probably. And that, like, just imagine the social equivalent of that. People don't like others that are just so carefully crafted. You need to get in the flow state and go with the flow more and more and more and embrace whatever comes with it. Another important thing to understand is that when you shift your focus outwards, you also allow other people to come close to you. And in a weird way, when they realize you don't need them, that's when they feel attracted to you even more. And you know, when you are so self-centered and self-absorbed, you don't even allow space for other persons to come in. Because you're full of energy, you're full of yourself in the wrong way. What you need to do is loosen up, shift your attention outwards, and then they will have space to come to you. then you will not seem so overwhelming and suffocating for them as well. And again, cool people, confident people, charismatic people, they have this by default because they are able to tap into their core confidence, their authentic version. Your authentic version is just like that as well. If you are self-centered, you are inauthentic and insecure. These things just go together all the time. And at the same time, confidence, charisma, and being carefree, they just go together as well. So if you've got one, you've got all of them. The need for approval makes you seem uncool instantly. Instead, what you have to realize is that you are seeking for approval out there in order to feel good yourself afterwards. You're just like, well, hey everyone, I hate me, I think I'm a loser, but look, I can act in this cool way, so please believe me, please like me, because then maybe I'll just like myself a bit more for a short while. That never works, and the thing you were after in the first place was you respecting yourself, you liking yourself. All you want is your self-respect. And if you were just to have it all of a sudden, you would not need respect from anyone else. That is the natural version of you again. And you are the most important person in your life. I want this to stick with you as well. You are the king of your life. You are on the top of your hierarchy from your subjective perspective. You are the most important person. Act more like that, for God's sake. Don't put people on a pedestal anymore. You are the most important person. Write this on all your walls. Think about this continuously and realize the validity of my words. You are all that matters in your life. Respect yourself more and stop outsourcing your self-esteem. You are already fantastic. Just realize that. Open your eyes up to that truth. Now, a nice tip I want to give you here is to also enjoy yourself. Make yourself laugh. Have a good time on your own. This is again just a byproduct of you respecting yourself normally. We could also reverse engineer it and just try to employ this advice right here, right now, today. The next time you go out, literally. Try to have a good time yourself. Try to be focused on yourself, on you feeling good, not on making others feel good. This is my goal right now, honestly. This is my default social goal, to feel good myself. Now, feeling good myself is not arrogant, it's not cocky. Feeling good myself also involves curiosity. So, for example, when a friend of mine talks about a certain subject that I also find interesting, I'm just gonna ask more questions. I'm just gonna be more receptive. I'm just gonna listen more. We're gonna get deeper into that subject. And I'm satisfied, that other person is satisfied as well. So it's a win-win again. There's nothing to lose here. And as I said, if you prioritize you feeling good yourself, then your mood is contagious, then other people also feel good around you and they want to be around you even more. So it's a win-win, literally. There is nothing to lose here. The only thing needed is your intention. And I want you to remember this the next time you go in a social situation. Remember that you have nothing to be afraid of. Remember that you are the most important person. So there is no point in having tension. Tension is our enemy. And our goal is being carefree, being relaxed, and flowing. And you will just see that your entire energy shifts. Every single part of you is just a bit more enlightened, and your social experiences feel fantastic, honestly. I really want that for you. And if you want my personal guidance, I have a link in the description, and you can book a call with me. I'm gonna listen to your story and give you tailored advice for your current life situation to get you to the point where you truly enjoy your social life as well. So see you.